Okay, and we're back. So in our last few videos, we worked from the foot coming up to the knee, and now we're in this quad, adductor, and hamstring area. So all of these big muscles can affect the knee, it can affect the foot, our hip, and low back. So I love to always work in a chain, so starting out with the foot and working our way up. So for the quad, adductor, IT band, and hamstring that do affect the knee, what I do want to always say is that women have wider hips. So that means in a male, here's our hips, here's our knees. They have more narrow hips. So they walk like this. And the pull on the knee is usually pretty vertical. For a woman who has wider hips, here's our pull direction as we walk. So now our kneecap is always kind of being pulled out towards the side, which means a lot of the time our outside lateral chain is very tight. So that includes the side of the knee, the IT band coming all the way up to glutes, TFL. This can create some tracking issues with the kneecap. So for the knee specifically, I always love to kind of work through the IT band, starting on the lateral side of the knee, coming all the way up, and you do want to do some muscle stripping in through here, and then even to come on top to your lateral quad, even to blend into the top of the leg, the full quad. But let's start focusing on the IT band first. Remember to warm up. You can use your Live More Hot Pack, flip it open, so you get your whole IT band and right across the knee. 10 minutes, okay? Or you could go for a walk, do the stairs up and down, just as long as you've built up a little bit of a sweat, then you can get right into working through with these self-massage techniques. So you're gonna need lotion, about a quarter size. I like to use Thieves Balm. So I'm gonna get that just a teeny tiny bit on both hands. Remember, get that leg in a relaxed position. I feel relaxed like this, but if you want to add a bolster or a block or a pillow, please feel free to do so. You're going to warm up those hands, get the lotion spread. You're going to start from the knee, just the outside of the knee, and work your way up like this, just like you're petting the cat. About 20 passes just to warm everything up. Come right up to the hip. Keep going. Warm everything up. You can come up to the top of your quads if you want. This is just warming everything up. And as you get going, try to press in a little bit harder, press in a little bit harder. And once everything is warmed up, we're going to get into some frictions. So again, we're using our diggers, these thumbs. We're going to start just, so if your kneecap is here, we're going to start just above the kneecap. You never want to work on the knee or right on the joint line. It will be very uncomfortable. So come just above that kneecap on the lateral side of the knee, and we're going to go like this. Cross, cross, cross. 1, 2, 3. Now you'll know you're on your IT band because I already feel some serious discomfort in through here. It's a hot spot for me. But what I want you to think about is your thumbs are pressing into the tissue and you are crossing over, moving up, crossing over, moving up. So I'm pressing down and in and crossing the tissue. And maintain that pressure even when your thumbs are coming away. Press in and cross, press in and cross. And you're gonna do that 4 or 5 passes to about halfway. Once you get here, it gets a little bit uncomfortable. That's where your lacrosse ball, your yoga tune-up ball, or your foam roller will come in handy. Yes, you can foam roll the whole leg if you wish. You can even use a rolling pin at home and sit and roll this whole area out as well. Or, again, using your cups, glide all the way up, all the way up. So for up through the hip, I always like to use my palm, just the base of the palm. And again, starting at the bottom of the knee, doing my little circles. As I get up towards the hip, I'm pressing in a little bit more. because there's a lot going on here, so I need a lot more pressure. And you'll find like, okay, well now my arm's getting tired. But hey, a workout is great, right? So do your circles and then muscle strip. So I use my opposite hand, pressing in, still making sure my palm is pressing into that tissue and pulling up and away. Pulling up and away. Now remember, come up onto your quad a little bit as you do this. You want to fan that whole area. So that's kind of muscle stripping and self-massage for your IT band. Please feel free to use your foam roller, use your rolling pin if you don't have one of the rolly sticks. Your tennis ball or lacrosse ball might be a bit ambitious. What I suggest for all my patients is if they're going to use something like the ball, to do it in standing so you can dictate how much pressure you're actually putting down and into your IT band. So to do that, here we go. You're going to take the ball. Here's my hip bone. I can feel it right there in my palm. You're going to come just underneath that. Lean into the wall. Now that leg I'm working on is relaxed.